What is up, you beautiful, blessed boys and girls? Hope you're having a great day today. I'll be honest with you, if I would have recorded this about 45 minutes ago, I would have been the most low energy guy you'd ever seen. I was really defeated by a lot of my thoughts, a lot of anxiety this morning. It was creeping up. Some real negative thoughts and things were planted in my mind. I'm on day 9 without my wife. I'll be real honest, man. My wife is a rock to me. She's somebody that just makes me better every day, gives me a lot of encouragement, a lot of life. Not to mention, without her, I got the 2 toddlers by myself for 9 days. 2 3-year-olds ain't easy. No complaints, though. I'm super grateful for the time that I've gotten with them, to be honest, but it's been a little challenging. And today was a day where, to be honest, I sat down to write. After the boys go, I get about 2.5 or so hours where they go to a little summer camp. And my mind is just flooded. I'm instantly distracted. It's like I'm scrolling mindless stuff. I'm okay. Let's lock back in. 2 minutes later, my mind is going into this negative thought pattern. I'm feeling anxiety all the way up to here. And then the last thing came in of just like this really negative thought pattern, kind of a woe is me victim. Hey man, just kind of relax today, right? And just kind of maybe go eat the bad food, lay around, do this sort of thing. And so, I know a lot of people are here. I used to struggle with anxiety to the fact where I was medicated for it. This is 6, 7 years ago. I used to take daily meds because anxiety was so bad. This is something that, to be honest, since I switched my diet, I schedule walks outside every single day in the sun, do them shirtless. Not if you're female, you get arrested for that, but soak in that vitamin D as much as you can, and just training hard. And then, I'll go to the fourth piece of that is the ultimate cheat code for me. I lock in my faith. And so when I feel this attack, and if anybody's out there that, man, I just feel like I got the weight of the world on my shoulders. I feel like the anxiety is up to here. So here's my process. Number one, I don't view the anxiety as a really negative thing. I just kind of zoom back, and I've learned to do this. And I say, okay, this is just simply my body sending me a signal and alerting my mind that we need to do something different. Just continuing to sit right here, right now, and continuing this process. Well, what's the definition of insanity? Trying to do the same thing over again and getting the same result. And then you just keep doing it. Okay, we've been here 20 minutes. We're not getting anywhere. Let's change the environment. So the first thing I do is I pick up a pen and paper. I say, okay, let's stack some easy wins. First thing, let's make a to-do list. We got that. We got a win right there. Hey, let's chug a water. All right. Hey, let's spend 3-4 minutes stretching. Maybe we take a walk or something like that. I'll be honest, today that didn't do it. A lot of times hitting those first few easy wins will do it for me. Today was one of those days I sat back down, I'm still feeling it. So now I get a little bit irritated at my mind and I say, you know what? I'm going to exert full control over you. Excuses don't get a vote. Laziness doesn't get a vote. Apathy doesn't get a vote. I'm going to prove to you that I'm in charge. Now I live in Nevada and we have an excessive heat warning right now. It's over 100 degrees for, I don't know, 3 weeks in a row, something like that. It hit 119 yesterday. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to do 100 pull-ups in the heat under the sun. And then I'm going to run some sprints and I'm going to put on some Jesus music and flood my soul and talk to my creator and thank him for this day and just completely change around the way that I view today. And I'll tell you, it sucked. I didn't want to do it, want to get out there. I didn't feel like it. But this is one of the keys to life. And if you feel stuck and if you feel like, man, the anxiety, the weight of the world, sometimes you just got to go out and push yourself physically. In the world in 2024, the way it is today, you don't really have to, you push a button, you get food delivered. Everything's climate controlled. Nothing's hard. And I truly believe we get stuck in these ruts of comfort and these cycles of comfort, and our bodies are made to push. I can't speak for women, but I'll speak for men here because I am one. I believe, men, if you look throughout history, men build, we create, we work hard, we hunt, we do all these things throughout history. And then all of a sudden in the last 30, 40 years, we don't. We sit in an office. Most of my work is done from my phone or the computer. I don't really need to do anything physically hard ever. Well, I believe that leads to a lot of this anxiety, a lot of this stuff, and that's why I'm going to continue to push myself physically. Now, look, I'm not suggesting everybody goes out and runs wind sprints in 100 plus degrees. Maybe you haven't done anything physical for a while. Dude, take a 3-mile walk today. Get out and start to get your body used to moving. I think, I always say, I bet we could reduce pharmaceutical meds. And I did a video on this a while back that I can link under this, but the US, we're something like 5% of the world's population, 65% of the world's pharmaceutical drugs we consume. It's because we have sedentary lifestyles, we never push ourselves, and we put garbage in our bodies. Bottom line. If people would just start prioritizing movement, prioritizing these things, look, I just told myself the story that, hey, you know what? I'm just an anxious person. This is just how I was designed. I need these meds. That's just who I am. That's the story. Guys, if you can get this and ingrain this one thing into your head, change your whole life. Three S's: strategy, state, story. Okay, the strategy was I was on meds and today I'm just trying to power through my work. Okay, that strategy's not working. I'm still anxious. Back then I was still on meds. We got to change the strategy. So what was that, 6, 7 years ago? Okay, let's change the diet. Let's change that we're getting the walks. Let's change the, sugary drinks with water. Let's meal prep lunches. Let's hit the gym every morning. Done. Okay, we changed the strategy. Today, what was the strategy? Don't sit here and stare at your computer screen. Get up and move. Go do the pull-ups. Go do the sprints. So number one, change the strategy. Number two, change your state. Your state of mind matters so much. I believe the best way to change the state of your mind is change your environment. Get up, change environments. Whatever that looks like for you, change the state. When you're in that negative thought pattern, you got to find a way to change the state. Sometimes I do this by calling my dad. Hey, Pops, I'm having one of them days today, man. My dad just fires me up. He's like 67. He's a beast. He'll get after it. I call my mom, same kind of thing, man. She gives life to me. When my wife's around, sometimes my wife, I ask her, can we take a walk? I need to just change my state today. Change your state. And the last thing, I alluded to it earlier, change your story. For a long time, I said, I'm just an anxious person. This is just who I am. That anxiety would hit me and I'd curl up. And I gave away my power because the story I told myself in my head was I didn't have control over it. That's just who I am. Change the story. Now the story for me is good. Oh, I have some anxiety today. First time in a long time, to be honest. Good. That's my mind telling my body that, hey, man, we got to do something different today. This is a good thing. I reframe that anxiety as good. I change the story. So if you can learn to do these things, reframe that anxiety as good, change the strategy, change the state, change the story, get a little to-do list, change your environment and get out, all of a sudden, man, these challenges and these harder days look like opportunities. Because when I really zoom back and I said, okay, and today might be one of them days where we got to reset it several times. We got to do some breath work midday. Maybe we're not going to be as patient with the kids. This is an opportunity to grow and get better things I want to get through. I always say, guys, and it's so true, even losers win when it's easy. When everything's going right, man, losers can keep showing up. It's the champions that are going to do it and be successful for decades and hit all their goals and crush life. They're going to do the things when they don't feel like doing it. And they're going to find a way to win when winning isn't ideal. So that's my challenge for you today. You ever have one of them days, fire this on, take some of my energy. Now I'm on grind to get to write my book. Let's get after it. Go have the greatest day of your life. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Let's change the world, baby. Have a good one.